Good morning. We are extremely pleased that you are here. It is good to come together for the purpose of co-creating. Do you agree? Co-creating at its best, isn't it? You are knowing what you are wanting. Well, we feel your vibration, and we hear your words, and we see what's in your vibrational escrow. And so the reason that we are teasing a bit with our "we don't really believe a word you're saying" sound is because we see what is in your vibrational escrow, and we know that you could not clearly define it because you've been contributing to it for such a long time. Do you know what your vibrational escrow is? Do you know what we mean by that? You are source energy in physical bodies. Are you coming to remember that? And as you come forth into this physical body, the variety that surrounds you inspires constant new awareness of what you would prefer. And each of those preferences, whether you ever say a word about it out loud or not, each of those preferences moves forth out of you like a rocket of desire into what we are calling a vibrational escrow. But what we literally mean by that is that that rocket of desire emanates from you all day, every day. When you know what you don't want, a rocket of desire about what you do want flows forth from you. And when that happens, the broader, non-physical part of you rides that rocket and becomes the vibrational equivalent of it. So there is a vibrational version of you that is preceding you. Even now you are in this physical body, just like that vibrational version of you preceded you before you came into this physical body. That source energy part of you that made the decision to come forth, all of that source energy part of you didn't come forth into this body. A part of it is projected into this personality that you know as you. And when this leading edge, genius creative, physical you explores contrast and gives birth to a new desire, that non-physical part of you rides that rocket and becomes it. So this vibrational escrow is not something that is just floating out there. It is something that has already become. In fact, we would like to say to you that the larger part of you has become it because of the physical part of you and what you're living. Is your physical experience beginning to make more sense to you? So there is this duality within you, you might say, these two vibrational points of reference that are always playing off one another. The question that we are wanting to ask you to ask yourself all day, every day is the physical, human, mortal part of me, this leading edge me that I know as me, the one that my mother named and the one that I have seen as me in the mirror, this physical part of me, is this physical part of me with all that I'm thinking and doing, is this physical part of me a vibrational match to the larger part of me? Because if it is a vibrational match to the larger part of you, then that means you are in this moment a vibrational match not only to the larger part of you, but to the vibrational escrow that is there where the larger part of you is. Are you getting a sense of it? In other words, when your life causes you to know that you don't want this, and therefore that you do want this, the larger part of you knows that no one would know better for you than you. And so when you give birth to that rocket of desire and the next and the next and the next and the next and the next, you're constantly amending your desires. The non-physical part of you becomes it and holds itself as the vibrational equivalent of it. Now, we can feel that you're sort of getting that you have a sense that you were certainly something before you came into this body. And in the same way that the electricity runs through the walls of your building and you plug your toaster in, You don't ask the electricity to come and be the toaster. You know that the electricity will be the electricity and that it will, in a sense, power the toaster. And we want you to know that in your human form, you are the toaster. But that you have another part of you, the non-physical part of you, that is the energy, the source energy, the God force, the evolving eternal part of you. So it is our desire that you come to recognize these vibrational aspects of you and that you begin to pay attention to the emotions that you feel all day, every day, because they are your indicator of this vibrational mix between who you are letting yourself be by virtue of the thoughts you're thinking here and now, and who you have become by virtue of all that you have lived, including that which you have just set forth through the contrast that you are living. Are you beginning to get a sense of it? Now, the most important part in understanding this vibrational relationship between the physical you and the non-physical you, the mortal you and the God force you, that which you've called soul, we are calling inner being or source. As you recognize these two vibrational aspects, the most important thing that we want to convey to you today is that law of attraction, the most powerful law in the universe, the law that manages all vibrational frequencies and brings those frequencies that match one another together. Law of attraction is responding to both vibrational offerings of you, to the eternal offering and to the now offering. Now, just from what you know of how long you've been in this body, and what you certainly must logically speculate about the eternal part of you, which part of you do you think law of attraction has been responding to the longest? The eternal part of you, or this human part of you? Interesting.